Mark, thank you for joining us on Talking Tech this month. How are you today?
Very well, thanks, John. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you're coming from Calero. Tell us a little bit about your background. What brought you there?
Yeah, so my background is actually on the network side of the house. I managed a channel team for a fiber company out of the Northeast for 9 years. Actually had a stint kind of in your seat for a year prior to joining Calera, where I like to use the word pretended to be a trusted advisor before realizing that I did belong on the other side of that wall, right? So rather than get back into the network side of the house, the software side of the house was certainly something I never did before. So really looked forward to that challenge and was able to hit the ground running with Calero 3 years ago.
Perfect. And what's your role with Calero today?
So channel director for the East. So I cover everything from Maine all the way down to Florida on the coast of the States.
Nice. Well, we use Calero as kind of our enterprise telecom expense management or technology expense management platform. Give me, maybe 2 minutes or less. Give me a company overview.
Sure. So Calero is a technology expense management software platform, right? That's what we are, what we do very well, and that's covering anything from mid-market end user customers all the way up to large enterprise, right? And we manage mobility, telecom, and SaaS. Those are the three pillars that we cover within the platform. And so all under one hood, single pane of glass.
Expense management is a real hot topic right now, especially with the economy in the state that it is. SaaS technology expenses are becoming more complex.
Mm.
So it's got to be a good space to be in right now.
For sure. I think holistically, everyone's looking to save money if they can, right?
Mhm.
And by utilizing our platform, giving them the visibility to actually control that space a little bit better, and then ultimately see savings and optimization as a result of it.
So Mark, I mean, we see some differences with your platform versus some of the other vendors that we have in portfolio. And I mean, we've got a TEM Lite that we use, that we have homegrown as well. Um,
Sure.
in your words, what are your four key differentiators in the marketplace?
Yeah, for sure. So I think the innovation in of itself, John, is a big differentiator out of the gate. We're firm believers in the fact that if you see a Calero demo versus any of our competitors, we stick out for the right reasons in terms of that innovation. And we continue to grow it, right? We're not resting on our laurels there at all. We continue to invest in it to make it better than it is today. So that piece, I think the business unit methodology that we work on the support side of the house.
Mhm.
So each customer that comes in the door is assigned to a business unit, and that business unit stays with that customer from implementation to after go live. So there's no reintroduction of faces. It's all the same people that they've worked with during the implementation phase, which is big. We are global in terms of support as well. And then I think the biggest differentiator between us and any other tent provider in the space is that it's all Calero badged employees on that support side of the house. I don't know that anybody else can say that, so that's a big differentiator.
That is a big differentiator, and the business unit piece we've seen in action as well. That can be really valuable to a customer. So one of the areas that I know is a pain point for a lot of our customers is SaaS management,
Mm,
right? So, traditional telecom expense management that's been around for a long time, SaaS is becoming a more growing need. Talk to me
hmm
about your SaaS practice or that pillar.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think SaaS for us is a differentiator in and of itself, John, to be honest with you. That I'd say is the newer part of our platform. We started that 4 years ago. And out of pain points for our existing customer base, to be quite honest with you. But you think coming out of the pandemic, folks that added on XYZ licenses for XYZ applications, and they're just simply paying those invoices month in, month out. They're not actually looking at them to see who's left the organization or maybe on Office 365, who we're paying an E3 license for that can maybe be an F3 license instead, right? So it ingests all of that information from application and license level
Mhm.
and makes recommendations to the customer themselves, saying, "Hey, listen, this person hasn't used the application in 30 plus days. Do you want to revoke it or put it back in the spare pool?" So we give them that power in a very ease of use way to save money accordingly.
Are you only supporting certain SaaS applications or any SaaS application the customer may have?
Any SaaS application, I think right now we do have a line in the sand between what is SaaS and what is cloud, right? So I think most SaaS applications that we've got today, we've got via API. And then it's really been opportunity driven up to this point. If we've been given applications that we don't have today, we could also bring in a flat file to get that information in, right? Until we get an API connection up and running.
And then what about utilities? You guys can include utilities, or it like a partial offering,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, great question, John. Yeah, so utility expense management's been a big topic of conversation as well. So where we're at right now is that we can ingest all that utility information into the platform. We could even do bill pay on it as well. The only piece that we don't have for the utility side of the house right now is that optimization piece.
Nice. So when we're talking utility expenses that you guys can manage for them, we're talking about gas, electric, trash, water,
Yeah, all of those
anything else
things.
that I'm missing there?
No, those are the hot ones. Those are the
Okay,
hot ones. Yeah,
perfect.
energy as well. Yep.
Well, Mark, this has been great. Really appreciate you taking the time to join us today on TruPoint Stalking Tech. Thank you
Likewise,
again for
John.
your time.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and look forward to this coming out. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And for those listening in, thank you for joining us for TruPoint Talking Tech with Mark from Calero. If you like the information that you heard today, and we hope that you found value in it, please like or subscribe or share. And look forward to seeing you next month.